matchup with the Abilene Cowgirls. Good Friday evening as we welcome you into our Billinger Fieldhouse, along with studio producer and engineer Rachel Fox, the KHAZ studios, and our Hayes Post engineer Jaden Mounts. I'm Jonathan Swigert as we get you set for TMP Lady Monarch basketball. It's been nearly a week since the Lady Monarchs picked up their second straight win, securing a fifth-place finish at the Mid-Continent League tournament to improve to 9-2 as they picked up a win over Ellis last Saturday. Tonight they will welcome to town the Abilene Cowgirls in a non-league matchup. Abilene enters this contest at 2-8 following a 49-18 loss to Southeast Saline on Tuesday. It's been a bit of a rough season for the Cowgirls so far, having to deal with COVID-19 issues and quarantine, and they've lost 3 of their last 4. Monarchs are trying to pick up their third straight win over the Cowgirls after winning each of the last 2 seasons. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get a chance to hear from Coach Rose McFarland as she joins us next on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker in the North and online at comparebycoverage.com.
More from Al Billinger Fieldhouse on the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show, joined now by Coach Rose McFarland. Her thoughts brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. And Coach, you're back at it here with the matchup with the Cowgirls. We'll talk about Abilene in just a second, but talk a little bit about how you thought the girls played at the MCL tournament. Obviously, a frustrating step back against Smith Center, but finished strong, winning 5th place, and it seemed like kind of turned it around following that first-round loss.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of good games throughout the whole MCL tournament. For all our teams in our league, and 12 teams in the league, it's going to always be interesting, I think. But I thought we stepped up and played some good basketball throughout the week.
And especially with after the matchup with Smith Center, it seemed like they kind of rebounded and were raring and ready to go the next 2 nights.
Yeah, I mean, Smith Center, they ended up winning the tournament. So I'd said there was several teams I think could have ended up in the top half of the bracket, or even eventually winning it. But it's always a fun tournament, and we were disappointed in that Smith Center game, the first game, but just watching Smith Center, I thought they got better and better throughout the week. In that championship game, I mean, they looked pretty strong. So we got a lot of tough games coming up in the MCL. A lot of those teams that were in the top 8, we still need to play. So I thought it was a good tournament, and I think we improved throughout the tournament, and that's the main thing.
Kind of hit almost the halfway point of the season. This seems like when you hit the tournament, it's kind of a chance to reset and look back at your group. Came a long way, obviously a long way to go. Where are you at now? Where do you feel like you're at as far as this group?
We're still improving. I feel like we're still kind of young, and we're trying to work on just little things that can make us better. You see things in a game, and then you go back and work on it, which is great. It's fun to play games and see where maybe some of our weaknesses are, and then go back and try and correct those. And the girls are real focused on doing that, and if we continue to do that, we continue to improve.
And with your group, heading into this matchup with Abilene, continuing to get better, it seemed like defensively that has really taken a step forward as well.
Yeah, I think that's really helped us this year. Our defense is getting stronger. Every game out, we try and maybe defend a little bit different. The main things are there, the main fundamentals, but we may defend a certain player a little different than others. So we're learning, and that's we're getting smarter about how to defend, and every now and then you see another girl step up and do something that you hadn't seen earlier. So defense is an individual thing, but it's also a team. We got to all work together, and we're continuing to do that.
Talk a little bit of how you've approached this week. Obviously, snow day on Monday, but after last week where it was a lot of games and not a lot of practice, what's it been like? How have they handled that?
Oh, real good. I mean, they love playing games, and going forward here, we're going to play a lot of games. We played 3 last week, but going forward.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. See Shelter Agent Dustin Shoemaker for details. TMP Lady Monarchs get set for a matchup with the Abilene Cowgirls as they step out of Mid-Continent League play. Let's take a look at the Mid-Continent League here on this Friday evening. Our look around the MCL brought to you by HayesPost.com. Norton is at Ellis tonight as the 2 and currently the teams with the second and third best records in the Mid-Continent League tied. In fact, there's quite a logjam atop the MCL. Currently, the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers currently are at 6-0, and atop the MCL, Norton is the 3 seed as they take on Ellis, who's actually dropped to the 6 seed. There in the MCL following the MCL tournament. Elsewhere tonight, Quinter is at Hoxie, so Hoxie will play a non-league matchup. Zoa Russell, they are hosting St. John Hudson, and Hill City and Oakley, one of 2 other MCL matchups. So there are only 3 games featuring both MCL teams. Hill City on the road at Oakley tonight. Hill City and Oakley both kind of struggling a little bit this season. Of course, Oakley comes to town a little bit in a few weeks after trying to make up that game that was scheduled for this past Monday, but was canceled because, or rather postponed again because of the weather. So Oakley will come to town on the 8th, and then they match up with Hill City tonight. Smith Center is at Phillipsburg tonight. That's a good matchup there. Of course, Phillipsburg is 6-0 in the Mid-Continent League in the regular season, and Smith Center coming off of winning the MCL tournament a week ago. Of course, TMP also stepping out of Mid-Continent League play here this evening for a matchup with the Abilene Cowgirls. That's been a quick look around the MCL. Our look around the MCL brought to you by HayesPost.com. You'll find stories, highlights, coaches' comments, and scores from around the area following the game at HayesPost.com. It's time for us now to take a quick look at the Abilene Cowgirls as they come into this one on the season at 2-8 after a loss on Tuesday, 49-18 to Southeast of Saline for the Lady for the Cowgirls, they were actually not supposed to play Southeast to Saline. They were supposed to play Chapman, but they rescheduled that matchup and will play and played Southeast to Saline. Of course, the Abilene boys dealt with quarantine. They just got out of quarantine and an opportunity to play in this game here this evening. So they have both dealt with COVID-19 issues all season long. As Abilene 2-8 on the year, they're 1-4 in the North Central Kansas League and have lost 3 of their last 4. They're led by Abby Lillard. Lillard averaging more than 12 points per contest. She's the only player who averages in double figures. Meanwhile, Jenna Hayes averaging just short of 7 points per game. Hayes, by the way, in last year's matchup finished with 10. That was a TMP victory. They won 49-34 on the road in Abilene. In fact, TMP's won 2 straight. 9 of the last 15 meetings between the two. Last year was Kylie Allen, who had 15 for TMP, and no Kylie Allen tonight for TMP, as the Monarchs shorthanded in this one tonight. Abilene also a little bit shorthanded on the year, or in this ball game tonight as well. We'll talk about that as we go along here on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show. We'll take a timeout, get you starting lineups and the start of this one after this on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
To you by Hertz Rent-A-Car, serving you from 609 East 8th Street. They've got high-quality vehicles that have many options. If you need more room for a family vacation or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for your next business trip, call 785-623-4116 for your reservation. Counting down to the start of this one between TMP and Abilene. We'll run through the starting lineups. They're going to do that on the floor here in just a moment. So for the Abilene Cowgirls, led by their head coach Mike Leiby in his second year, they will go with Abby Lillard. She's their leading scorer, the 5'7" senior, averaging nearly 12.5 points and 4 rebounds. Jenna Hayes, the 5'9" junior, at close to 7 points and 5 rebounds. Then Allison Leiby, the 5'4" senior, averaging a couple of points, nearly 6 rebounds rather. Sammy Stout is the 5'3" freshman. She'll get her first career start. And then they'll also go with Joy Clements, the 5'5" junior. Clements averaging about a point and 2 rebounds per contest. Again, that's the head coach, or that's the starting lineup for head coach Mike Leiby for the Abilene Cowgirls. For the TMP Lady Monarchs, and Coach Rose McFarland in her 13th year here at TMP. She will start JC Von Little, the 5'11" sophomore. JC gets her first career start. Emily Lane is the 6' junior, averaging at nearly 14.5 points and 10 rebounds, nearly a double-double on the season for the junior Lane. Also, Sophia Baltazar, the 5'7" junior. Baltazar close to 9.5 points per contest. Megan Hamel, the 5'4" junior for TMP, averaging 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists per contest. And then Cassidy Yost is the 5'9" junior. Cassidy averaging 4 points and 3.5 rebounds per contest. So for the Monarchs, it'll be a little bit of different starting lineup. JC Von Little in the starting lineup in place of Kylie Allen, Emily Lane, Sophia Baltazar, Megan Hamel, and Cassidy Yost. By our counts, no Kylie Allen tonight and no Jessica Herman as well for TMP. So they're shorthanded, and we know that Abilene is shorthanded as well. They're only playing with 10 varsity players, and it looks like TMP's ready to go with 8 tonight in this contest. As we're just about ready to get this one underway here from Billinger Fieldhouse, we still need to get the national anthem and our opening ceremonies here from the Fieldhouse. So we're going to take our final break of the pregame show. We'll have the start of this one as the Monarchs and the Abilene Cowgirls do battle here in this non-conference action from Billinger Fieldhouse. We're back with our start of this one after this on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Off and running from Billinger Fieldhouse. No pregame festivities, so already underway. Abilene with a missed shot on the other end. Now TMP will turn it over in the lane. So we got a quick start on this one. They changed up the start of this one, so we are running a little bit behind, but still no score. Played just about 30 seconds into the contest with Abilene in their road orange uniforms shooting down to our right. Here's a deflection and a steal. It'll be the first Abilene turnover taken away by TMP, and then the Monarchs force it right back up the other way, but a travel call in the backcourt is falling down was Sammy Stout. So neither team has been sharp to start with. Each team has 2 turnovers. Abilene has a missed jumper on their very opening possession. So a little bit of a quicker start than we were ready for here as they change things up a little bit. TMP will get it into lane. Emily drives down the right side. Missed the jumper, but there to clean it up is JC Von Little. And TMP will take a 2-0 lead on the Von Little layup and put back for TMP as she gets her first career start for TMP. Shooting down to our left is the Monarchs. Shooting down to our right here in their orange road uniforms are the Lady Cowgirls. Over the top they go to Jenna Hayes. She'll work on Yost, and she double dribbled with it, sliding down that right side. It's the third turnover of the contest for the Cowgirls. TMP in their home whites with the blue Monarchs across the front. Abilene in their road orange uniforms with the white numbers across the front. That's our uniform update brought to you by Phase 2. Baltazar running the point for TMP. They'll go to the baseline left side for Hamel. He's got that hand and wrist thumb area taped up as Lane will turn it over. Got double teamed and threw it away. 2-0 TMP with the lead with 6.5 to go first quarter. Monarchs have 3 turnovers. Abilene has turned it over 3 times in this first quarter as well. Abilene shooting it down to our right, so works it left side to the baseline. Hayes will put it on the deck, working against Yost. Goes up, puts up a little half hook push shot. Rebound down to Emily Lane. As she was falling down, she was able to save it to Hamel, who will race into the front court for TMP. As the Monarchs leading 2-0, we'll get it to Baltazar. Sophia, rainbow 3 that's good from the left side. And the Monarchs jump out to a quick 5-0 start on the Baltazar 3 as she picks up right where she left off. She's made at least 1 3 in each of the last 7 games for TMP. As the Monarchs shooting out to our left, out to a quick 5-0 start. Abilene back the other way, right side, driving is Stout. She was cut off. They get it inside, then Stout has it blocked out of bounds by TMP. It looked like Cassidy Yost got a piece of that one, and it stays with the Abilene Cowgirls. Monarchs on top here by that 5-0 margin. 5:45 to go here in this first quarter. Abilene will work it off to the right side as they'll get it to Jenna Hayes on that baseline. Cut off on the drive. Sammy Stout has it right side. She got a pick, will drive inside, little floater. That's going to skip off, and Emily Lane pulls down her second rebound, and then she's fouled inside. TMP will have possession of the basketball following the missed shot. With 5:31 to go, that'll be on Allison Libby. It's the seniors first. Monarchs again from our right to our left here in this first half. Billinger Fieldhouse, a little more better feel, if you will, bigger crowd with the change to the Acacia rules. The Abilene crowd is faithful, is a lot bigger than we've seen some varsity or some visiting teams. Here's a quick jumper from just inside the free throw line that's good for Cassidy Yost as Yost puts TMP on top 7-0. Monarchs on a 7-0 run here. Yost coming off of 8 points in that win over Ellis. Now a little dribble drive for Clements. She'll dump it inside as Hayes will kick it out. Left side 3 rattles home for Sammy Stout. Stout, the freshman, makes it a 7-3 start. TMP with the lead. Monarchs will push up the floor. Baltazar lost it on the baseline on the left side, but got it back. She went all the way underneath the basket. Now to the left side for Von Little. Finds a cutting Yost, who bobbled it, but right in the hands of Von Little. Hamel kicks it right side for Lane. Emily one dribble, dumps it underneath, and it's stolen away. Jenna Hayes was able to knock it away inside from Vaughn Little. So Monarchs try and force it into the post. This side comes Allison Leiby working against Baltazar. Kicks it out for Stout. Stout's got the only points of the game so far for the Cowgirls. Left side Clements, and we're going to get a foul called inside on Emily Lane. That was before Abby Lillard even had the basketball. Not a lot there.
That was on the Monarchs, number 10, Emily Lane. Her first
It's a tough foul on Emily Lane.
And for the Monarchs, number 5, Hannah Garcia.
Hannah Garcia will come in for TMP. His Monarchs shorthanded in this one with no Kylie Allen. So with Lane coming out of the ball game with 4:15 and counting, as Stout will get an open three and bank it home. 7-6. Sammy Stout has knocked 2 straight threes in for Abilene as she banked that one in. She came in just shooting 33% from 3, but knocks down her first 2 attempts. Or knocks down 2 attempts here in this first quarter. Here's an answer for TMP's JC Vaughn Little, who reigns it home, and it's a 10-6 start. Vaughn Little's got 5 here in this first quarter, and TMP has knocked down a couple of threes, and now Vaughn Little will steal in the backcourt, then had it poked away, as getting it right back is Lillard for the Cowgirls. 10-6 TMP with the lead. Right side, Joy Clements finds a cutting Hayes, had it poked away, and a steal. And then a foul called as Hamel came up with the loose basketball.
That was on the Cowgirls before.
It's on Hayes. So that is the 5th Cowgirl turnover. And then Hayes will commit the foul. And in for the first time comes the junior Grace Randalls with 3.5 to go in this opening quarter. 10-6 TMP with the lead. Vaughn Little has 5 of the first 10 for TMP. Here's a ball deflected, but right in the hands of Baltazar. TMP works it with Vaughn Little on that right side, finds Baltazar just inside the 3-point line. She'll take the long 2 and swish it home. She has 5 first quarter points, and the Monarchs have doubled up the Cowgirls at 12-6 as Sophia Baltazar knocks down that long 2 with 3:05 to go here in this first quarter. Here's a ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by TMP, as Vaughn Little was able to knock it away. Good start for TMP, 5 each for Vaughn Little and a Baltazar, each with a 3 here in this opening quarter. Clements, the junior, will come get it on that left side for Abilene after the sideline inbound. Wearing 45, the guard looks for a pick and roll. Her pass deflected by Yosin Stolen. Cassidy with the outlet pass up the floor. Hamel will go all the way to the other end, get fouled as she missed the shot. But Megan's going to earn a couple of free throws here. It's the 6th Abilene turnover. And the foul called on the Cowgirls. Sammy Stout.
Cowgirls, number 13, Sammy Stout.
Stout, who came in averaging just over 2 points per game. Already has 6 here in this first quarter. Hamel's first free throw is good. Megan, a 60% free throw shooter, puts TMP on top 13-6. Lane will return to the TMP lineup. Second free throw for Hamel is good. And Megan's got a couple of early points here in this first quarter. It's 14-6. TMP with the lead. Mentioned Hamel with that right hand, wrist, thumb area taped up. Heavily taped as compared to last game. There's a little double team on a post up inside, knocked away. Lillard gets it back, working against the double team. Right side, Stout will drive, cut off on the baseline. Good defense by TMP. They force her to get it right side for Lillard. Lillard will drive and force up the shot and draw the foul. I think they're going to get Hamel on the foul. And they will. It'll be the first on TMP's Megan Hamel. Monarchs with Garcia, Vaughn Little, along with Lane, Hamel, and Baltazar, the 5 on the floors. Lillard's first free throw is going to rattle off. Allison Leiby will check back in for Abilene. They also bring Clements back into the contest as Stout will check out. Lillard's a 54% free throw shooter. Missed on that first one. Second one on the way, a rainbow free throw that'll rattle off, and a good rebound down to JC Vaughn Little. JC coming off her first career double-double as Hamel nearly traveled with it into the front court. Here's a kick out left side 3 that is going to rattle off for Hannah Garcia, and the rebound cleared out of there inside. Taking it away was Claire Danifer, as Danifer is into the ball game for the first time for Abilene. Both these teams as a three-pointer is well short by Lillard. Rebound and taken away on the inside by Abilene, and it stays with the Cowgirls. And now here's a turnover right in the hands of Von Little. It's taken away for TMP. 1:50 to go, first quarter. Monarchs lead 14-6 up the floor. Garcia with it left side. Hannah will drive, kick it left wing. Here's a three for Baltazar that is too strong. And the rebound cleared out of there by Randalls, who's got her second rebound. And we get a timeout taken by Coach Leiby for the Abilene Cowgirls. So Monarchs lead 14-6. And again, these two teams with a little bit different rotations as TMP playing with no Kylie Allen, Jessica Herman also now with TMP. So Monarchs a little short-handed, but so far JC Von Little with 5. I mentioned JC coming off of that double-double. That was her first career double-double. She had 12 points and 10 rebounds in that win over Ellis, playing in large part because of the injury to Kylie Allen, as Kylie dealing with that knee and ankle injury. And still, Kylie gutted it out at 13 and limited amount of time in that victory over Ellis. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Phase 2 from Business Polos to Team Gary. Your first choice should be Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery. No minimum order plus quick turnaround time. Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery just off Vine on 22nd Street next to Big D's Rental in Hayes. The Monarchs jump out to that 7-0 run. Sammy Stout would bank in a back-to-back threes. She banked in a three and then knocked in a second one to make it 7-6. TMP with the lead. Monarchs would answer on a 7-0 run as Von Little knocked down a three. Couple of free throws from Hamel and a bucket from Baltazar. Now out of the timeout, TMP's going to extend the pressure, and Von Little stole it. JC on that right side. Her pass deflected out into the hands of Garcia. They'll kick it right side for Von Little, who will rainbow in her second first quarter three. It's the 8th Cowgirl turnover, and then Von Little buries the three. It is 17-6 in favor of TMP. That time, Megan Hamel set her up with a nice pass, and Abilene will turn it over on the other end. The Monarchs leading by 11 at 17-6. And for JC Von Little already with 8 here in the first quarter. That's her average on the season with 1:12 to go in this first quarter. Von Little's got it left side. Hamel's open. Now we'll go to the post lane. Draws the double, kicks it out. Here's a baseline three. Swish for JC Von Little, who's got her third first quarter three. She has 11 in the game, and it's 20-6. Here's a near turnover at midcourt for Abilene, but TMP can't quite come away with the basketball. Left side, a three for Allison Leiby that's good. It's a long two, but Leiby swishes it home, 20-8 on the Leiby long two. TMP nearly turns it over up the floor as Lane was able to just tap that ball out. Now Von Little feeling it for three, rattles home another one. Von Little's got 14 as she buries another three. She has 4 here in the first quarter, 23-8. Von Little buries another one here for TMP. They lead 23-8. Abilene again nearly turns it over. Need to get it across the timeline after that deflection. They do. Clements will play it left side with 15. Now they go to the left side for Danifer. She'll scoot in, find a cutting Randalls who will lay it up. 23-10 on the bucket by Randalls. Up the floor with 3 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Garcia's jumper was blocked, and we go back the other way. What a good first quarter for JC Von Little. 14 on 3, or make it 4 threes and a field goal. TMP leads 23-10 after 1 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
TMP Lady Monarchs lead by 13 as we get set to begin the second quarter of action. We owe you a station break. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Monarch Sports Network. You're listening to TMP Basketball.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
TMP shooting down to our left here in this second half, out to a 13-point lead, thanks in large part to the 14 first quarter points from J.C. Von Linnell. She knocked down 4 threes in that first quarter. She's open right side. She'll set her feet, fire another one, and good. She got her 5th as TMP's J.C. Von Linnell was 17, and now Von Linnell will steal it, go up, miss the layup, and then commit the foul. 26-10 as Von Linnell buries another first half three for TMP, as they lead by 16. Von Linnell has buried another 3, give her 5 here in the first half, as the Monarchs are on top here now by 16. Von Linnell with those 4 threes here in this first half, or in the first quarter, and now a 10-second violation. Good job by the TMP defense in the backcourt to force the 10th Abilene Cowgirl turnover. TMP leads 26-10. Shooting it down to our left. They'll get it back with 7:15 to go here in this opening half now. Von Linnell with it right side for TMP, finds Lane. Lane works, turns, and fires, and rattled out the jumper. It was halfway down, and it spun out. And Allison Libby will come down with the rebound. Up the floor comes Abilene. Stout with it. She threw it right into the hands of Hamel and taken away by TMP. It's the 11th Abilene Cowgirl turnover. Lane up the floor, spins, puts up the shot, left it off the back of the iron. But TMP's Sophia Baltazar will run it down for another chance for the Monarchs. With 6:40 and counting in this first half, we get a foul called on Jenna Hayes. That'll be the second on Hayes. Monarchs try and force it to that right low block for Yost, and Hayes on the back of Cassidy Yost called for a push. That'll be her second. She'll check out. And Claire Danifer, a 5'11 freshman, checks into the contest. Monarchs lob it over the top. Lane catches, shoots, and fires, and knocks it down from about 4 feet out. As Lane gets her first field goal, TMP leads 28-10 on the Emily Lane field goal. Left side, racing up the floor, and an offensive foul called on Abilene. Lillard working against Hamel. Hamel will step in and draw the foul. Good play by TMP's Megan Hamel to force the 12th Abilene turnover. With 6:25 to play here in this first half, TMP leads 28-10. Hamel draws the charge for the Lady Monarchs. Monarchs with Hamel across the timeline, high post on the right side. Yost, she'll kick it left side for J.C. Von Linnell, who gives it back up to Hamel. J.C. gets it back left side. Yost trying to post up. Missed her inside. They'll swing it right side. Yost coming across the lane. Not open. Now over the top for Von Linnell. JC's open. She'll fire left side. This one too strong. And her first missed 3 of the contest. Stout down with a rebound. Long outlet to midcourt for Stout, as she'll get it across the timeline for Lillard. As Abilene looks to push into the front court. They don't have numbers, and Stout and Clements will hold it up and go to the right side as Lillard works into the lane with some contact. Missed the shot. And JC Von Linnell down with a rebound. TMP leading 28-10. Up the floor, Hamel's open. She'll fire a baseline 3. Missed it. Lane kept it alive. Battling for it on that backside. Comes down with her 3rd rebound of the contest for TMP. She gets that offensive rebound. The Monarchs will set up the offense. Hamel, 5:20 to go first quarter. In between the circles. Yost tried to force it inside of Von Linnell, and it's stolen away by Abilene. As Stout, falling to the floor, was able to save it. It's the 6th TMP turnover. Across the timeline, left side, Clements closed in on 5 minutes to go in this first half. She'll drive in, kick it right side. Danifer traveled with it. Tried to force it inside to Allison Libby. That's the 13th Abilene Cowgirl turnover. End of the ball game. Abilene, for the first time, they'll bring in Claire Powell, the freshman. So Powell will check in for the first time for the Abilene Cowgirls. TMP back the other way. We're going to get a foul on the inside. Tried to post up his lane on that left low block. And the foul will be the first on, actually it's the second on Libby. And it's the 6th on the Cowgirls. TMP leads by 18. They'll lob it inside on the inbounds. Lane had that one rim in and out, and it spun out, and now a pass deflected out of bounds on the backcourt by Yost. Monarchs nearly came away with another steal. Lillard will check into the contest for Abilene. The Monarchs will get a timeout. They'll talk things over here with 4:41 to go. Hot start for TMP, 28-10, 4:41 to go here in the first half. JC Von Little had 14 of the team's 26 points in that first quarter on 4 threes. She knocked down her 5th three of the first half. She has 17, 2 away from her career high as the Monarchs lead by 18 at 28-10. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Next Tech, Midwest Energy, Gibbs Auto Supply, Steel Fabrications, and Heartland Building Center. Monarchs open the game on a 7-0 run. Abilene would cut it to 1 on a couple of Sammy Stout 3-pointers. Monarchs again out of the timeout with some pressures. They switch it up just a little bit. Up the floor, over the top is Powell. Powell will get it left side and then throw it away. Lane with a steal, long outlet pass into the front court for Von Little. JC will go down the lane with some contact, missed the shot, and back the other way comes the Abilene Cowgirls, and now Lane reaches in and just takes it away from Stout at midcourt. TMP forces the 15th turnover of the contest for the Abilene Cowgirls. Stout steals it on here on the other end from Hamel. TMP with their 7th turnover of the contest. Again, Monarchs with pressure into the backcourt. Von Little nearly comes away with another steal. Clements will get it across the timeline, dribble into a double team, got through it. She lost the basketball. Goes left side for Lillard, who will sneak in and lay it home. Lillard with her first field goal, 28-12. Abilene will push it across the TMP across the timeline. Baltazar with 5 first quarter points has it left side. She's going to take a step back 3, and it spun out. Lane with the rebound on the inside, missed the putback. Ball's on the deck, and it's picked up by Clements. So she'll come away with her 2nd rebound, and then she picked up her dribble, and Coach Leiby forced to take a timeout. So it's a timeout taken by Abilene. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with 3:35 to play here in this second quarter. What a great start for TMP. Monarchs trying to win their 3rd in a row after that loss in the first round of the MCL tournament to the Smith Center Lady Red. They come out firing on all cylinders. They get out to a quick 20-6 start to the ball game. Lead 26-10 after the first quarter. Now lead 28-12 here in this second quarter of action. Out of Central at halftime leads the Hayside girls 33-23. Keep an eye on that score as we move along. Out of the timeout, TMP with Hannah Garcia back out there. And a little 1-2-2 press now for TMP. And across the timeline, we're going to get a foul called on Hannah Garcia. It was nearly a travel as she nearly took it away from Clements at the midcourt line, but instead they'll say she held her. So the 4th team foul. It's the first on Hannah here for TMP. Stout running the point. Sammy across the timeline, left side for Abilene. Stops into a double team, had it knocked away and stole it. JC Von Little with a long outlet pass up the floor, deflected, but it gets to Garcia left side. Following the turnover, it's the 16th for Abilene. Garcia was open. Hannah thought about a 3. Instead, they'll swing it right side for Baltazar. Sophia with 3:05 and counting here in this first half. We'll give it to Hamel. Right side is Von Little. Out of Baltazar. Finds Garcia. Top of the key. 1 dribble for Hannah. Now she'll give it up. Get her right back. Baltazar has the right side under 3 minutes now to go here in the first half. Baltazar got it knocked away. Gets it back. So swing it left side for Hamel. Monarchs looking to run some offense here as Garcia swings it left side. Hamel with it. Ball above her head. She'll find Von Little straight on. Right side for Garcia. Garcia 1 dribble. Now Baltazar. Sophia's open. Straight on 3. Is going to skip off to the right side, but laying down with a rebound. Emily has 5 first half rebounds. Garcia was open. Drives. Kicks it left side. Von Little. We're a long 2. No good. Laying down with a rebound, and she'll go back up with the left hand and score it. 4 in the quarter for Emily Lane. TMP leads 30-12 as Lane got a couple of offensive rebounds on that possession and gets that put back for TMP. They lead by 18 left side. Here's a jumper for Liney that's no good. And another rebound down to Lane. She's got 6 now in this contest. Into the front court. Monarchs push it across the timeline. Wide open underneath is Von Little. Missed the shot, got it back and scores it. JC with her own offensive rebound. 19. That matches a career high in the first half as the Monarchs force another turnover. That ball went out of bounds, last touch by Abilene. And TMP will get it back. Von Little has 19 in the contest. That matches her career high and gets a nice round of applause from the larger TMP crowd here with the changes in the attendance for occasion. They're allowing more people in. As Hannah Garcia will go left side. They brought Cassidy Yost back in with 140 and counting here in this first half. 32-12, TMP with the lead. Left side, Garcia's open. Hannah will drive, put up the floater. Left side, left it short. Not sure if maybe that was blocked as it's taken away on the inside by Abilene as Lillard will come down with it. I think that may have been partially deflected. Garcia nearly stole it from Clements, who got knocked to the deck, and they're going to call a foul on TMP. Who they get on TMP, this may be on Sophia Baltazar, and it is. It'll be the first on Sophia. A minute 22 to go here in this opening half. TMP leads by 20 at 32-12. Clements running the point. Uses up her dribble, now needs some help. Good defense by TMP, forces her to go to the right side. As driving was Powell. Powell will give it off on the baseline. In for the first time as Bathurst, and she threw it away. Lane with the steal. Emily all by herself. She'll go in with a left-handed scoop shot and score it. Lane with 6 all in this quarter, 34-12 on the bucket for Lane following the turnover for Abilene. It's their 17th of the contest. Monarchs lead 34-12. 50 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. Amel's going to get called for a blocking foul on the left baseline. It'll be the second on Megan. And Von Little will check back in for TMP. It's the 16th foul on TMP. Monarchs with Garcia, Baltazar, Yost, Lane, and Von Little. Hayes to key it in for Abilene. Underneath the basket, lobs it over the top for Powell left side. And it's in and out of the hands of the intended target, Bathurst. Tied up on the floor with Baltazar, and the arrow keeps it with the Cowgirls. 45 seconds to go here in this first half.
And for the Cowgirls, number 20,
Daniford, the freshman, will return to the lineup for Abilene. Nearly it over and back as Clements went into the backcourt to get it. Drives in left side. Lobs it over the top for Lillard. Lillard double team. Blocked from behind. Von Little gets her own shot. And then taking it out of there is Lane on the second chance opportunity. Emily Lane has 8 rebounds here in the first half after Von Little blocked that shot. She'll go right side for Hannah Garcia. Hannah will direct traffic with 22 seconds to go and now give it for Baltazar. TMP leads 34-12. Sophia, and they call her for a carry. Reaching in that time and forcing the turnover was Alice Bathurst. TMP will turn it over for the 8th time in the contest. Abilene with Hayes to key it in her bench. Looking with 16 seconds to go as it knocked out of bounds. Threw it at the feet of Cassidy Yost, and it stays with TMP now, or rather stays with Abilene. They'll have to key it in on the baseline now in the corner. Hayes gets it in quickly, so they'll get it in to Bathurst. Bathurst working against Garcia. Goes to the left side and double dribbled with it. She was trying to find Clements on that left side. It's the 18th turnover of the contest. 9.4 seconds to go in the first half. TMP leads 34-12, and they'll key it in with Von Little on that left sideline. Searching, goes to the baseline for Baltazar, gives it back to Von Little. Rainbow 3, no good. Rebound inside, taken away by Abilene with 3. Clements up the floor left side for Bathurst. His running shot off the glass, no good. And we head to the halftime break. TMP in control in this one, leading 34-12 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes Kalon, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding. New siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
The Monarchs Sports Network is
The TMP Lady Monarchs on top of the Abilene Cowgirls, 34-12 as we welcome you back in here to Billinger Fieldhouse in a game that saw the Lady Monarchs sprint out to a 7-0 lead. A couple of three-pointers by Abilene would cut the deficit to 1, but that was close as it would be the rest of the way. So Monarchs went on a 13-0 run, led by 14 at 20-6, would lead after 1, 23-10. They opened the second quarter pretty much the same way, outscoring Abilene 11-2 to lead 34-12 as the Monarchs used runs of 7-0, 13-0, and then, as I mentioned there, 11-2 in that second quarter as they cruised in this one so far. It's been a great start for TMP, and thanks to a huge first half shooting the basketball for JC Von Little. She came in just a 24% three-point shooter and really struggled from three, but she has come alive, having made now at least 2 threes in each of her now last 3 games, because in that first half, she finished with 5 threes in that first half. Part of a 19-point performance in the first half. TMP leads here at the break, 34-12. Take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to look at some of the team numbers and individual scoring from the first half as the Monarchs with a comfortable cushion through 2 quarters of action, 34-12 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
At halftime, TMP on top, 34-12 over the Abilene Cowgirls as we welcome you back into Billinger Fieldhouse and our halftime show. Our halftime show's presentation of Eagle Radio's digital marketing. Is your business ready to advertise on Facebook, Google, and the other popular places online, but you're just not sure where to start? We'll give Eagle Radio a call at 301-20-11. Here at halftime, TMP in control in this one, leading 34-12. Lady Monarchs led in that first half by the 19 for JC Von Little. That ties her career high. She scored that earlier this season. She had 14 in the first quarter, knocked down 4 threes in the quarter, then added a 5th three, and now has a 19-point performance here in the first half for TMP. Monarchs got 6 from Emily Lane to go along with her 8 first half rebounds. Sophia Baltazar had 5 early in the first quarter. Finished with 5 in that first half. Megan Hamel on a pair of free throws has 2. Cassidy Yost with 2 in that first half for TMP as well. Monarchs shorthanded with Hannah Garcia in playing for TMP. Off the bench, did not score for the Monarchs. Kylie Allen not here today, and no Jessica Herman for TMP as well. For the Abilene Cowgirls, they're playing shorthanded as well, although they have played all but one of their usual starters, so they're just playing some different lineups basically, and they have just 12 first half points. This is coming off of a game in which they scored just 18 on Tuesday. Abby Lillard, Grace Randalls, Allison Leiby each with 2. Sammy Stout had 2 first quarter threes to lead the way with 6. They've played Claire Danifer, Alice Bathurst, Joy Clements, Claire Powell in her first varsity action of the season. They've all played but did not score there in that first half. So here at halftime, TMP leading 34-12. Monarchs trying to get their 3rd win in a row over the Cowgirls and try to pick up their 3rd win in a row this season and move to 10-2 on the year. Leading 34-12 here at the break. We'll take a timeout and we'll come back and get you a quick scoreboard updates and get you the 3rd quarter after this. So the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title, take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
In that first half, the TMP Lady Monarchs were able to shoot 14 of 33 from the floor. They got up a lot of shots there in that first half on their way to a 30-4-12 lead here at the break. That's 14 of 33 shooting from the floor is 42%. Monarchs also end up making 7 threes in that first half. Actually make 6 threes in that first half. They go 6 of 11 from 3 for 54%. They made both their free throws. Megan Hamel made both of those for TMP. Meanwhile, in the first half, Abilene goes 5 of 15 from the floor for 33%. They made 2 of their 5 3-point attempts for 40%. They were 0 of 2 at the free throw line. Quick scoreboard update for you from Hayes High. Lady Indians trail Salina Central 33-23. Other MCL score for you at halftime. Phillipsburg leads Smith Center 30-20. Goodland leads Lakin at the break 13-2. And Victoria on top of La Crosse 33-13 at halftime. Just a couple of the scores we've got for you. Monarchs raced out to that 20-6 lead, led 23-10 through 1 quarter of action. Would open the second quarter on an 11-2 run and lead 34-12 here at halftime. Monarchs shooting down to our right here in the second half. We sit just to the left of the scores table in between the 2 benches here at Billinger Fieldhouse. So Monarchs with the basketball to start out this second half. As Hamel will break it across the timeline for Lane. Got a screen at the high post from Yost. She'll dump it inside for Cassidy. Misses the shot, battle for the rebound inside. And it's taken away by Lillard. Abby Lillard has 4 rebounds now in the contest as TMP is unable to convert that time. And the ball will go back the other way with the Cowgirls. TMP leading 34-12. 7.5 to go in this opening second half quarter. Driving in left side. We're going to get a foul called as Leiby was able to draw the foul on the left side here in this third quarter. Baltazar called for the foul on the arm. Tough break for Sophia. 7:26 to play here in the third. To the free throw line for the first time. It goes Allison Leiby, the senior. And the first free throw rims out there. 0 of 3 from the free throw stripe. Leiby just 3 of 7 coming in from the line. Leiby's second free throw on the way, and it's off the mark. Emily Lane down with a rebound. Lane now with 9 rebounds in the contest. TMP with Von Little races up the floor, slides past the defender, and what do we got? They call a hold on the floor on Abilene. Von Little tried to split the defense, and Allison Leiby called for the hold. That's the third for Leiby. TMP will lob it over the top for Baltazar. Sophia will drive in, falling left side, kicks it for Von Little. They see a 3. This is too long, and Jenna Hayes will rip down her first rebound of the contest. So after making her first 5 3-point attempts, Von Little's missed on a couple in a row. Inside, Leiby working against Lane on that left low block, misses the shot, and we're going to get a foul called on the inside on Abilene. As Von Little came down with a rebound. And that'll be on Allison Leiby. That's her 4th. Von Little has 4 rebounds in the contest. Danforth will return to the lineup for the Abilene Cowgirls. Monarchs shooting down to our right with the basketball, leading 34-12. 6:45 and counting, third quarter. Hamel's open. Megan will put up a 3-pointer and rattle it home. Megan Hamel with 5 in the contest. 37-12 as she rattled home that 3. The Monarchs continue to build on their lead. Clements will hand it off. High post for Danforth, working against Lane. She'll drive left side, cut off. Here's a block shot by Von Little, taken away by TMP. Von Little will race up the near sideline, had it knocked away by Clements, nearly stolen. Von Little keeps it left side. Baltazar's open. She'll fire the 3. This one too strong, but Sophia will come down with her own miss and reset the offense for TMP. Von Little, she'll fire a 3 and swish it home. A new career high for JC Von Little. She has 22 in the game, 40-12 in favor of TMP. And that's all because of the hustle by Sophia Baltazar to get her own rebound. On the inside, here's a bucket that goes for Lillard, who has 4, and it's 40-14. TMP with the lead. Up the floor left side. Monarchs get it to Hamel. Now across the lane is Yost, and they're going to call a 3-second call. 3-second violation on TMP. 40-14. TMP with the third quarter lead. 5:41 to play in this third quarter. And for the first time is Lexi Barnes, a 5'8" sophomore for Abilene. Pick and roll. The high post is Danforth, can't shoot it. He gets it to Hayes. Hayes will hand it for Lillard. Drives inside, goes left side for Danforth. Danforth falling out of bounds, has to save it into the hands of a TMP defender. Lane deflected it, and Von Little will come out of there with it. Turnover number 19 in the contest for the Cowgirls. TMP finds a wide open Von Little inside, who will score. Yost found Von Little on the give and go, 42-14. Von Little with 5 quick points for TMP. She has 24 in the contest. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Monarchs leading 42-14. Here's a turnover as Barnes lost it, taken away by TMP. Long outlet up the floor. Hamel finds Von Little, who will go down the lane and score it with the left hand. 7 straight for Von Little, 26 in the game for her. 44-14. TMP with the lead. Timeout taken by the Cowgirls. The Monarchs rolling in this one, leading by 30. We still have 4:41 to go here in this third quarter. The Monarchs leading 44-14. Going back to the second quarter, the Monarchs have allowed just 4 points for just shy of 12 minutes of actual game time for the Cowgirls. Monarchs are on a 16-2 run Going back to that second quarter, they built a 30-point lead at 44-14. Monarch Athletics brought to you apart by Discount Siding, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Field Abstract and Title Company, and High Plains Roofing. Monarchs got out to that quick start, led by 14 early in that first quarter, and they have never looked back after Abilene briefly cut it to 1. It's 7-6. They lead by 30 at 44-14 out of the timeouts. Abilene, who shoots down to our left here in the second half with the basketball. TMP with that same 5 out there was the starting 5. Right side, Barnes has it. The sophomore will give it up to Hayes. One dribble for Hayes. Now swings it in between the circles to go to Danifer. Danifer's pass knocked away and stolen. Again, it's Von Little who got a piece of it. Long outlet pass up the floor. Hamel, right side layup, scores with a chance at a three-point play with some contact. What a great long outlet pass, and then Hamel went right into the contact. 46-14 on the bucket for Hamel, and she's got a chance at a three-point play. Stout will pick up the foul. It'll be her second, and the free throw good for Hamel. Megan Hamel with 8 in the contest. Perfect 3 of 3 at the line. 47-14. TMP with the lead. So we close in on 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. Hayes needs some help. She'll give it to the sophomore Barnes. Barnes got a pick from Hayes. We'll take it to the left side. Now go back to Hayes and swing it right side for Stout. Stout threw it away, and then it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Von Little. Just try to force it inside to Abby Lillard. And nearly a turnover. Monarchs leading 47-14. Kara Wagstaff will check in for the first time for TMP. As Wagstaff will check in for Baltazar for TMP as she sees her first action of the night. Here's a pass deflected by Von Little. Ball is out near midcourt. Lane tried to track it down. Barnes lost it but got it back. She'll swing it right side. Lillard will take a contested 3 that left it short. And the rebound underneath to Von Little, who's got 5 rebounds in the contest. Long outlet up the floor. Lane goes up as it blocked out of bounds by Lillard. Will stay with TMP. First block of the contest for Lillard. She was able to swat that one out of bounds. And we'll stay with TMP. They lob it into Wagstaff. She'll go left side, Von Little. Here's Hamel with it. He's trying to get it inside to Yost. Instead, they'll reset the offense. 3:35 to go, third quarter. Von Little, left wing, Hamel. Hamel drives out to the free throw line, kicks it right side. Emily Lane's going to take a 3. This one too strong from the right wing, and the rebound down to Jenna Hayes after the missed 3. Lane doesn't take a lot of that as it's only her 5th three-point attempt of the season, 1 of 5. Dribbling is Barnes. She'll go in, left it short. Rebound poked into the hands of Hamel. Long outlet up the floor for Yost. Yost beat everybody down the floor, kicks it for Wagstaff. Kara won't shoot it. Good closeout now to Hamel. Hamel traveled with it. Monarchs will get it right back over to Abilene. That's just their 10th turnover of the contest.
And for the Monarchs, number 12.
Baltazar will check in for TMP, replacing Megan Hamel. Clements back out there for Abilene. Those road orange uniforms. TMP leads 47-14. High post, they go to Danifer. She'll kick it for Hayes. Hayes can't convert, and inside the rebound down to Von Little. JC with her 6th rebound of the contest. Into the front court, Von Little will go left side to Wagstaff. She'll take the long 2, left it short, laying down with a rebound, and she'll clean it up and put it home. 8 in the contest for Emily Lane. She's got 10 rebounds to go along with it. 49-14 on the rebound and the putback for Lane. TMP leads. And here's a block shot inside as Libby had it blocked by Lane, and then getting it back is Danifer, and she'll draw the foul on Cassidy Yost with some free throws. So Danifer was able to get the rebound after the block shot. That'll be the first on Yost. And for the first time in the ball game, Danifer will go to the free throw line. And the free throw is good for Danifer. Danifer was 2 of 8 prior to that one. 49-15. TMP with the lead. Sophomore Juliana Ballman checks in for the first time for TMP. Second free throw for Danifer is short, but I think Von Little was in the lane early. So she'll get another chance at it on the lane violation. Monarchs lead 49-15. And the lefties, Danifer's second free throw is short, making her third. Lane down with a rebound. Baltazar left side. Lane's got 11 rebounds in the contest. 2:20 counting third quarter. TMP leads 49-15. Von Little will swing it left side. Baltazar. Lane's open. Left side. Good catch and goes up and scores it on the left low block. Emily Lane into double figures with 10. That's a double-double. 51-15. Lane's got the last 4 for TMP. So she's got 10 to go along with her 11 rebounds. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's a pass deflected and stolen by Von Little. It's another turnover. 23 now in the contest for Abilene. 1:50 to play, third quarter. Into the front court, left side. TMP will get it to Baltazar. Sophia drives, got off on the baseline, kicks it out for Ballman. Juliana will get it for Wagstaff, who will call out the play with 1:40 to go, third quarter. Right side for Ballman. Lane, now left side. They go for Wagstaff. Find Baltazar off a screen, wide open, straight on three, missed it, rebound. It's going to go out of bounds, back the other way. Sophia had a pretty good look at it. That one just a little bit too strong off the heel. And back the other way. Lillard and Stout return to the lineup for the Cowgirls with 1:20 and counting here in the third quarter. TMP in control, 51-15. Monarchs with the lead. Left side, driving is Clements. She'll give it off to Hayes, who double dribbled with it. 24 turnovers now for the Cowgirls from Abilene. Anna Garcia returns to the TMP lineup. Garcia back out there for TMP. Monarchs with Wagstaff running the point. Left side, Baltazar. Lane with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Wagstaff right side, won't shoot it. Had it poked away, got it back. Anna Garcia, who slipped out near the head of the circle there. Pick and roll with Lane. She'll flash to the baseline and a 3-second call on TMP. An opportunity for TMP's younger players of Wagstaff, Garcia, and Ballman to get varsity opportunity here. So those three are in for TMP. Obviously shorthanded today, but no trouble so far. Left side, driving in and scoring it is Abby Lillard. Lillard was 6 in the game. She just slid down that left side. 51-17. TMP with the lead. Garcia right side, Baltazar. 25 seconds to go, third quarter. She'll get a pick from Ballman. Drive it hard into the lane. Kick it left side. Hannah will tee up a three. Garcia, good for TMP. Hannah Garcia buried that three. 54-17. Set it up perfect. Garcia buried that one for the Monarchs with 10 seconds to go, third quarter. They lead 54-17 with 5 seconds to go in the third. Hayes working against Lane. Will take it to the baseline, throws it inside. Lillard scores before the buzzer as she turns and points to Hayes. A good pass there, but TMP in control, running away with this one. 54-19 at the end of 3 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations
Right
throughout.
side now to Stout. Stout knocked down a couple of threes in that first quarter. Hayes will get it right back to Stout as they work the pick and roll right side. Stout will go away from the pick from Hayes. Now pick up a dribble on the right side, throws it, nearly threw it away, trying to force it to Lillard. Lillard will go inside and find Randalls, who scores. Gracie Randalls with 4 in the game, 54-21 on the bucket for Randalls. That was nearly a turnover. TMP did a pretty good job defensively. Lane almost forced a turnover, but Abilene was able to get it back. Ballman right side for Wagstaff. Here on a bounce pass to Baltazar in between the circles. TMP gets it inside for Lane. She'll turn around and knock down the jumper. Emily Lane with 12 in the game, 56-21. As Lane is come to life ever since that first quarter. TMP with 7 minutes to go here in this one, leading 56-21. They'll have continuous clock the rest of the way. Hayes has it left side. Driving is Lillard, and she's going to draw the foul on Lane. Emily will pick up the second foul. The
Fouls on the Monarchs, number 10.
decision by Case should allow 2 more fans per participants for the rest of the regular season in basketball and all the other winter sports. As here's a 3 that misses everything badly to the left side. Ballman will track down the rebound for TMP. Monarchs will bring it across the timeline with 6:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. Feels much more like the field house is a little bit more full this time around. Here's a pass that was batted, but right into the hands of Garcia, and TMP will keep possession of the basketball. Late at the high post, a couple of dribbles, spins to the left side. It's a blocked, got her own shot back, and it's going to draw the foul, battling inside as she was battling with Randalls, and that's who's going to get the foul. Battling with Lillard in there as well. Lillard was the one who got the block shot. TMP with a large cheerleader section. They've done a great job tonight. The band out there as well. And then the student section, who sits opposite of us, filling up a little bit here as well. Love to see that. Ballman's open left side, and Juliana knocks down the jumper on the left side. Her first field goal for TMP, 58-21 on the bucket for Ballman. And into the front court, Stout nearly threw it away. This is definitely the largest visitors crowd we've seen all season long, so feels a little bit more like normal basketball. Love to see that with 5:15 to go here in this fourth quarter. Now Billinger Fieldhouse. Ballman knocks a pass out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cowgirls. TMP rushed out to a 20-6 lead, but have never looked back. Hayes working on Baltazar, takes it to the right wing. Bounce pass inside through the hands of Lillard and taken away by Wagstaff. That'll be turnover number 25 in the game for the Cowgirls. Kira across the timeline. Left side Garcia. Hannah's wide open. Nobody checks her. She'll drive inside of it. Blocked by Clements. But a rebound down to Emily Lane, and she's going to force up the shot and be fouled. Clements got a piece of that shot. And now Lane will earn a trip to the free throw line. Lane has 12 rebounds to go along with her 12 points. Continuous clock, 4:25 and counting. Lane rattles home the free throw. 59-21. Hayes will check out. That's the third for Jenna Hayes.
Into the Cowgirls, number 20, Sarah Danifer.
They bring Danifer back in, and Lane makes them both. Emily Lane with 14 in the game, 60-21. On those 2 Lane free throws, TMP on top. High post, Lillard working on Baltazar. Here comes the double team from Garcia. She picks up the dribble in the corner and throws it away. She tried to bounce it off of Garcia, but she didn't touch it. Turnover, number 26 in the game for Abilene. With 3:35 and counting. Monarchs will bring Yost and Von Linnell back into the contest. Hamel back out there as well for TMP. Wagstaff jogs across the timeline. High post, they go to Von Linnell. JC was open. Backdoor pass for Von Linnell for Hamel, who goes up with the underneath little scoop shot and scores it. Hamel's at a double figures with 10. It's the second straight game she's done that. 62-21. It's a shot on the other side that misses everything by Leiby, and Hamel down with the rebound for TMP. Long outlet up the floor. Ballman will go in and score it. Hamel with the long outlet was able to find Ballman, who's got 4. That's a career high, 64-21, as Juliana Ballman was able to get that one to go on the long outlet and score. Other side, Libby left it short. Von Little with the rebound. JC bounce pass up the floor to Ballman. Right side, she'll skip it for Hamel in the air. Went up, can't score it. Von Little down with a rebound, and she'll flip it home. JC Von Little with 28 in the contest to go along with 8 rebounds. 66-21. TMP with the lead with 2.5 to go here in this one. Clements threw it away into the hands of Yost. Yost finds Ballman wide open up the floor as Hamel, her and Von Little were all by themselves, and Hamel will score it. 68-21, timeout taken by Abilene, as nobody tried to get back. Hamel now with 12 in the ball game. That's a new season high for her. So the Monarchs went 2:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Are on a 14-0 run here in this fourth quarter. They've outscored Abilene 14-2 in the quarter to lead 68-21. I was going to say about 2 minutes ago that it looked like TMP was on their way to just blowing right by their previous season high in points of 71, but then everything with the continuous clock looked like maybe they wouldn't get there, but they have put back on the gas pedal and pulled away here, and now have 68 points with 2:15 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Out of the timeout, they bring Bathurst back into the contest. Stout running the point. She'll kick it off to the left side. Here's a pass deflected by TMP's Von Little. Tracked down, though, by Clements. Abilene will keep possession of the basketball. They'll swing it left side. Another new face into the ball game with no number to go along, or no name and no number. Here's a jumper on the inside, missed. Rebound down to Wagstaff. She'll push it up the floor. Left side, Hamel. Hamel's pass rifled inside, knocked away by Clements, and it'll be a TMP turnover. They have 12 in the contest. 27 in the game on the other side, and Hamel nearly stole another one as she knocked it into the bench for Abilene. It'll stay with Abilene. So new face out there for the Cowgirls, who's not on the roster that we were given. Not sure who's wearing 40. Turnover, standing on the out-of-bounds line is Alice Bathurst. 28 turnovers for Abilene. Monarchs with 1:10 and counting here in this fourth quarter. Clements will check out. So Alexia Barnes, the sophomore, checks back into the contest. 68-21 with 1 minute to go in this one. TMP has scored 14 in a row and may hold for the final shot. Monarchs hand it with Wagstaff. Left side, they say she traveled with it. Nearly had a wide open layup. Instead, Monarchs will give it back. Turnover number 13 in the game. 40 seconds to go in this one. 68-21. It's been all TMP. Bathurst, Stout, who knocked down a couple of early threes in the ball game, made it a 7-6 TMP lead, but the Monarchs have never even really allowed Abilene to. Here's with foul on the other end as Von Little tried to block the shot of Libby. After Abilene on those 2 threes by Stout and cut the deficit to 1, the Monarchs never let them breathe again. They went on a 13-0 run. Lead by that point 14, led by 16 after 1. This free throw halfway down and out for Libby, who's 0 of 3 at the free throw line. She'll get one more, and with the horn sounding, that'll do it. She misses both. TMP cruises to the victory. They win 68-21 tonight. Monarchs get 3 into double figures, led by the career-high 28 of J.C. Von Little. Emily Lane with a double-double, her 3rd of the season, 14 points, 12 rebounds. Megan Hamel with a new season-high 12 points for TMP. Monarchs cruise, winning 68-21 over the Abilene Cowgirls. Let's take a break on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.